Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Parlay Revival. So we have our final crew assembled to sail all the way to the Philippines next week, including my good friend Marcos, who I filmed the season of Below Deck with over 3 years ago now. If you saw last week's episode, you'll know how much it meant to him to be finally able to do some sailing with me after all these years. We are in a place called Raja Ampat, which is one of the diving meccas of the world, but ironically, we hadn't even gotten around to strapping on some scuba gear yet, and it was our friends on Expedition Drench who motivated us to get amongst it.
We are going to go diving today. We've been in Raja Ampat for a little while, but we have never been diving. We've done tons of free diving, which, you know, we can dive 20 meters okay, so we've seen a lot, but we've just never had that scuba experience. So we're going to go meet Expedition Drench, who are a big dive YouTube channel. They've got two 72-foot ketches, big steel, basically like backpacker boats if you ask me. And they take 24 crew, but they're a bit low on crew at the moment, so we're going to join in on the fun. Let's go!
You know what you're doing?
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous. I'm watching.
What's for lunch today?
Well, Jamie catch yellowfin for my birthday yesterday. Thank you, bro.
No problem.
I make all the fillets. I prepare everything for today. So I'm gonna make tuna tataki, tuna poke with local mangoes and avocados. So already it smells amazing. I wish you guys can smell through the camera. Then we're gonna make the sashimi. Besides that, I'm gonna make some white rice and some salad. We're trying to eat healthy. Everyone trying to get fit, and this is gonna be healthy recipes every single day, guys.
So we started motoring towards the dive spot to meet Drenched, and we were on a pretty tight schedule because there was lots that I wanted to show the new crew before we cleared out of Indonesia. None of us had been to this island before either, so we definitely wanted to get there before dark.
What did you do to it?
I don't know. This is one of the best watermelons.
Oh, it stinks!
Yeah, it is.
Should we save it for the
It's like the durian.
Slot bucket for sure.
We need to start.
Yes. If
I'll get you a bucket. We actually have to save that.
So after the smell of the rotten watermelon had faded, we were ready to eat our gourmet meal prepared by the one and only Chef Marcos. There have been around 30 seasons of Below Deck on Bravo TV now, which is a reality TV show that follows super yacht crews around the world as we serve millionaire guests on multi-million-dollar yachts. And Marcos is constantly voted one of the best, if not the best, chef to have ever been on the show. So we were absolutely spoiled rotten to have him here, casually serving 5-star dishes from right here in our tiny little galley on Parlay.
That's so good, I'm gonna cry.
That's really good.
Which one?
The pokey.
Yeah?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
All of it.
It's not 10 out of 10, but it's really acceptable. What a chef, no?
Super fresh.
Oh. Very, very spoiled.
Best sushi I ever had.
Ooh.
Very, very good.
So we motor sailed at a brisk pace towards the island because I was starting to get a little bit worried about the anchoring situation. There were a couple of world-class diving spots out here, and the water just seemed to get clearer and clearer.
It's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Look at the water. It's literally blue.
From the charts, the water around the island looked really deep, so I wanted to make sure we could find a place to anchor before dark. We managed to catch up to Expedition Drench, but even they had no idea where to anchor.
Where you guys reckon? You know where you're going?
The charts around here are so vague that you really cannot rely on them at all.
We're in exactly the situation that I hate. We've arrived, it's getting dark, and we don't know where to anchor. It's all too deep, and we can't see the bottom. This does look cool though. If we can pull this one off, this is an incredible spot. It's 180 feet here. See that big one hanging down? I trust it more. I wouldn't trust those things with your boat.
Wakanda forever!
Good echo.
We like in the Jumanji.
This is very reminiscent of Milford Sounds in New Zealand. Tall cliffs, deep waters.
We had entered this inlet which was absolutely beautiful, and someone had once written that you could tie your boat up to lines on the cliffs. But to our disappointment, the lines were now completely worn and you would not leave your boat hanging off one of them overnight. It was almost 200 feet deep all the way up to the cliff face, where there were jagged rocks coming out of nowhere, so we had to look elsewhere.
Fail.
Drop the anchor somewhere before it gets dark.
We decided to go up to the other end of the island, where we could see some dive boats anchored, which are called penises, built right here in Indonesia, and are usually packed with liveaboard divers. We dropped the anchor in really deep water, and we dragged for quite a while before the anchor eventually grabbed on what we hoped was a patch of sand.
It's a tradition to serve a drink, enjoy together with a group as soon as you reach a new anchorage. So, cheers!
We grabbed!
After an hour.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Jamie taught me what it feels like and looks like to grab. When the chain is a little bit slack and you can kind of like push on it, that means that we're dragging. But as soon as it's taut, you can kind of like push on the anchor, and when there's like resistance, that means we've grabbed. So we grabbed!
Yeah, it's a bit of a show. It's getting dark. It's overcast a little bit at the moment, but we found something. It's not ideal, but we're just going to have a very tight anchor alarm tonight.
I think it's childproof. I think we need the captain. Captain's gonna have to step in. Oh, I got it.
Now that we're anchored, we're having a little rum punch. I can't believe this place. Everywhere is minimum 100 feet, which is like 30 meters. You can go inside here, but the air draft is 76 feet. And our air draft is 76 feet. So with the antenna sticking up, we're like 78 feet. So we can't get under the cable at even lowest tide. Looks beautiful in there, but no go for us or them. But we're all so close to the fringe of the reef here. Not a good fit. I'm gonna sleep very good tonight. Hopefully the diving's good tomorrow to make this all worth it.
So the next morning, Expedition Drench came to pick us up, and we headed over to a dive site called Melissa's Garden, which is meant to be one of the best dives in Raja Ampat. The dive did not disappoint, and you can see why this place gets its world-class reputation. A lot of this footage is courtesy of Expedition Drench, and I'll let you sit back and enjoy the view.
And you know, that's when the colors started to change.
Last minute deck swabbing.
Oh yeah. Swab the deck. Oh, here we are. Millennium.
Welcome.
This is Skipper Nate.
Hello. Welcome to Millennium.
Hi guys.
This is our new boat. This is Millennium. It's kind of identical to our sister ship Sylphia that we've had for I think 6 years now. We've outfitted this one for diving. That's our gig. That's what we love. I'm an old scuba instructor turned underwater cinematographer, and that's how I travel. It's always about diving. So between the two boats, we're able to accommodate 24 people, which seems like a lot because it is. And yeah, between that, we've got engineers and captains and video editors. It's quite the little production, song and dance to make it all come together. We've got people on bunk beds piled on top of each other. It's like a floating dive hostel, you could say, huh?
Yeah. So how many tons is this boat?
67.
Wow.
Our windlass is off of an old prawn trawler. That thing is destructive and massive. It's quite dangerous actually, but when you hear that anchor come up, you can't mistake it. We've got our own little petrol tank under here, which, you know, one of the most annoying things about living on a sailboat is all these jerrys that you have to have around on your deck. We've got 600 liters of petrol, which is needed because we have two dinghies, one that's 100 horsepower and then one that's 60 horsepower, and they just blow through fuel. This is the stern of the vessel. This is pretty much where we hang out the whole time. This table goes down into a bed, and we love it because it's actually like a movie theater. You lay it out, you turn on the projector, turn on a flick, watch a documentary, maybe a Parlay revival from time to time. And back here is also where we've got our bank to pump all of our dive tanks. We have a really big compressor in the engine room, and we're able to pump 4 tanks in 30 minutes, which is needed because with 12 crew, we go through tanks. So we have 20 tanks on board, and it feels like we're always pumping them. So a little compressor never would have been able to keep up. With this many crew, you know, obviously you just have stuff everywhere all the time. It feels like we're constantly tiding, and it just takes one morning where the whole boat gets destroyed. But that's just part of like living in a floating dive hostel. Come meet some of the crew. Hello. So, not much privacy on the boat, as I'm sure you can imagine. But to keep it managed, we have chore charts. Everybody does 15 minutes of chores a day, and about once a week we do a big deep clean for about an hour. And then we have cooking shifts where 2 people are on a cooking shift. They cook lunch and dinner. And because we have 12 crew, that means you only have to cook like every 6 days. So that's kind of nice. This is our helm. Because we have so many crew, we like to put 2 crew on a shift. We'll do 3 hours on, and then you have 9 to 12 hours off. Benefit of having lots of crew is many hands makes light work. I'm not one of those people that like to just sit in the engine room by myself for 6 hours.
I can relate to the 6 hours in the engine room by myself, but...
So we went diving today, and every camera comes out of the box, every piece of dive equipment. So I pretend that my camera section's usually set up nicer, but it's not. This is where all of our cameras live. Organized chaos.
It's great because that's the reality of it.
Yeah, you just grabbing a camera and go. Yeah, that's true.
Jeez, dude.
What you got?
Hello. Hi.
This is where our dive cameras go. It's in a box because I went diving with it today. But we set them up here. This is our rebreathers. In the corner we have O2 because we do nitrox blending, and yeah, that's that section of the boat. It used to be just surfboards on top of surfboards, which you would have loved. This was a whole rack of surfboards. But for us, we needed more room for all of our crazy dive camera gear.
You got a full-size fridge.
Yeah.
I don't know how this thing got down here. I tried to figure that out like time and time again.
Yeah, what?
Like I tried, measure it every which way. I don't know how they got this.
The fridge came first.
Yeah. So one question that always gets asked is how does a crew work with just 1 or 2 heads on board? Sylphia has 1 head. This boat has 2. It never seems to be a problem somehow. You guys have 4.
It never seems to be a problem.
No. Were you like waiting?
There's never a queue happening.
No, not really.
Bit of barley belly going on.
It only ever happens when the toilet's broken. That's the one time where it's good to have more than 1 toilet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I say more toilets, more problems. They're gonna break. We actually had 4 on the boat when we first got it, and we had to take 2 bathrooms out to make room for more food storage for long range missions. So this is supposed to be a shower. This is actually where we keep our cleaning supplies, and everybody showers off the back of the boat. That's what a hippie community we are. Remember I said the no privacy? I meant it. Where girls live. On each side, say hi to them.
Hi!
Cool room.
This is our beautiful cabin. Very comfy, very spacious.
Nice, very bright. That's good.
Hello!
And then we have 1 AC unit, so the little one's up here. Amy's here editing away.
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib.
Nice little aircon you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the office. Very nice.
This thing's amazing.
This is Raja, real time.
Right here, this is how much food you need to feed a crew of 12 for a couple weeks. I have my own room, which is nice. On Sylphia, I'm in the V berth at the front, and there's just a curtain, privacy. That's how we do. Everybody shuts their little curtain at the end of the night. They turn their fan on, and we just pretend like you can't hear anything. It's great. It's real fun. Here's our big engine room. I'm pretty sure I could put Colin in here for a month, and he'd find all sorts of things wrong back here.
Walk into the engine room and have to crouch down and do it. Must be nice.
Yeah. We have a Doosan engine. We actually have a 30 kilowatt gen set. That's what we need to pump all of our tanks with this massive dive compressor that we have. We have a washer dryer in here, batteries, water maker, everything you need to keep it going.
How much water do you go through?
That's a good question. We hold 4,700 liters. I bet we go through a good 200, 300 liters a day. Honestly, between showers, drinking water, go through a lot.
Thanks for the tour, bro.
Yeah, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
If people want to get a hold of you to come crew with you, how do they do that?
Yeah, through our Instagram. That's how we do messages best. We do YouTube, but can't really message on YouTube that well.
Yeah.
So Instagram, that's the best way.
Hit him up if you want a piece of this.
If you want to shower outside with one head, come.
12 other people.
Yeah, come.
So we left our friends at the anchorage to do more diving while we headed north, but some of the crew had a big surprise on their hands.
Okay, we're about to cross the equator again, but the beauty of this one is that they have no idea what's coming. For the last one, we couldn't really hide it. There was not enough of us, but now we've kept it a secret, so old mate over here is going to take over. So this will be a fun one because they've got no idea. Yeah, I'm ready. A little bit nervous. We'll see how we go. They're definitely going to get it on the head.
Gods are angry, they don't want us to pass. There's squalls coming in from all different angles, logs everywhere.
Yeah, I never thought I'd do this.
Have you been in the southern hemisphere before?
No, I don't think so.
Never.
No. My first time.
Maybe. Where's Belize at? Is that?
Well, have you been to Australia?
No.
Asia? New Zealand?
No. No.
South America?
No. Central America. Belize.
Belize?
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't
above.
count.
Do any of you have any idea why you have been summoned to the court of King Neptune?
I have zero clue.
I have a small suspicion.
None of you three have ever been in the southern hemisphere. This is your first time. Just ahead of us, 0.7 of a mile, is the equator. So you will officially be going from the southern hemisphere where you cheated and you flew to, and you're going to be sailing across to the northern hemisphere. This is a very unique opportunity, and it comes with a hazing ceremony.
I know what it is.
And the ceremony represents you guys going from polywogs, like 99% of the world's population, to shellbacks, where you become worthy of crossing the equator. So you've been summoned here to the court of King Neptune. Can we all rise for King Neptune?
All right.
All you shellbacks stand up.
Wow.
You are now in the presence of King Neptune. He is the god of the seas, and it is up to his judgment whether you will or will not be worthy of passing the equatorial line. Over to you, sir.
We are here today to see if you are worthy of becoming shellbacks. Marcos, do you admit that you broke the toilet?
I pump it really hard, so that means it's me. Yes.
Yes. Down the back.
Oh, you're kidding.
Okay, now jump in.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Are you guilty of becoming seasick at Anchorage?
At Anchorage.
Oh, gosh. Now this is gonna make me more sick.
Okay, jump in the water. DJ.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to shoot a lionfish in the national park?
I thought it was a good thing. Evidently they come from somewhere. Yes, sir. Guilty.
Guilty. Okay. Not sure if it's your lucky day or unlucky day. You have to take at least 3 shots for them.
Oh, wow.
Thank you,
There
TJ.
you go.
As much as I don't want to do this, I'll take one for the team.
TJ.
Chug, chug, chug.
Yeah.
And as you know, we don't like wasting anything around here.
legit crime scene.
Got the good stuff. That stuff is about 6-7 days old.
Oh, it stinks.
A little bit got my mouth too.
I don't think this experience will ever get old. Swimming across the equator is something not a lot of people get to do, and it's one of those moments that you'll remember for the rest of your life. It was also a lot rougher than it looks here, so the pollywogs were definitely not getting away with an easy swim to claim their graduation to shellbacks crossing over the line. But we soon left the southern hemisphere and our latitude started counting upwards in the northern hemisphere, and our new crew members had finally done it.
Woohoo! Feels awesome.
Yeah! Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Very exclusive club that you're now in.
That was the roughest water I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, it felt a little bit rough. Yeah. When I jump, the water came straight to my ass.
You should see the slow-mo of her.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new here and you enjoyed yourself, hit subscribe, because we've got plenty more adventures coming your way every single Sunday. Cheers, guys.
I was doing extremely well until I had a slight equipment malfunction. I took one on the head. I think I did a couple somersaults, and I was this close to catching a barrel. Right there. I could feel it. As soon as we find another fat boy board, I'm back on it.